Hi, I thought I would jump on here today to do a comparison video between the different Le Pliage ranges. So the classic, the Neo, and then the newer club line. Huge fan of Longchamp, especially their nylon bags. I think they're quite durable and they're not too expensive, especially if you're looking on a secondhand market. There's definitely a ton of different options that you can look at. So I think they're just a fantastic option. I personally really like the look of them, and they're really just a great everyday bag, especially also for traveling. So I do have the classic style, and this is the small shopping tote size. A big fan of the shopping style, the shopping tote, just because it does have the long straps, which easily fit over my shoulders, so I'm a huge fan of that. Small size I find is great on my frame. I'm quite petite, so this is just a great kind of medium sized bag, more appropriate for kind of everyday. And the classic line I would kind of relate to having the brown leather accents and also the gold toned hardware. Over here in the middle, I have the large shopping tote size of the Neo. Huge fan of this. I find that this one is really good for traveling, and this is my go-to carry-on bag. And lastly, I have in the club line, I have the large travel bag, and this one is great. It's in my favorite color combination that they have come out with, which is the navy nylon with the red accents. So in terms of the similarities, differences between them, I find that the club version or the club line is actually almost in a way a fusion between the Neo and the classic. So I think it pulls a lot of the benefits or things that I actually personally like from the Neo and the classic line together. And price wise, it's only a fraction, or not a fraction, but it's only a little bit more than the classic line. So I find that to me, it's really the way to go. And I don't know if I'd ever really go with another classic line. If I was to get another one, I'd probably go with the club, but that's kind of just my thoughts. So overall, they're quite similar. I find that the Neo line is definitely a lot more expensive, and I find personally that the material is a lot thicker. So the club and the classic line, I find they have the same type of nylon, if you will, and the Neo line has a lot thicker. It's just a lot thicker, and I find a lot more durable. In terms of the corner wear, I definitely see that happening, but more so in the classic line, I haven't seen really any major wear for the Neo, versus I definitely am getting a lot more fraying and things like that in the corner. So there is that similarity between the club and the classic line. And as you'll see, of course, the Neo line has the matching leather that goes along with whatever nylon color it is, and it does have the thicker plastic zipper, and it also has the silver hardware. So that's like a major difference between the Neo and like the classic line. Here you'll find that in the classic line it has, of course, the brown leather, as I mentioned before, and then it also has the it's a plastic zipper, but it's the smaller teeth on there, and of course the matching gold zipper pull for there. And then in terms of the club, as you'll see, it's now a fusion in that sense. So again, the nylon is similar to the classic line. However, what is similar to the Neo line is that it has the similar colored leather to whatever bag color it is, and then it also comes with the silver hardware. This one has the notch, as it is the travel bag. And then again, kind of more of that fusion, it has the smaller teethed zipper pull, which is similar to the classic line. And so another similarity between these two bags is, if you look at the leather is similar. So it's interesting enough, and I don't know if it's changed in terms of newer Neo bags. I've had that one for about maybe a year and a half or so. I can't really remember when I got it, but in terms of the leather, you'll see that it's almost kind of like a diamond pattern, which is the same leather, except this one has the coloring. But again, it's the same with the club collection, so it has kind of more of a diamond grain to it, which is similar to that, versus the Neo. as I keep flipping this around. The Neo has more of a cross-hatched, or it's just not that diamondy look, so that's kind of different there. But yeah, I think those are the main differences or similarities between the three. And of course, what's different completely with the club is that it does have the matching colored button to the logo, which is embroidered onto there. But yeah, no, otherwise, I find that they're all three are great. I do really appreciate the thicker kind of material on the Neo line. I find that it just helps that to make it more durable, and I find I really enjoy having this with me when I go traveling, because it just fits so much stuff on there, but it's just, I find more heavy duty, so I do really like that. The inside again is of the club is quite similar to the classic range, so that's kind of all there is. So I'm just gonna put them back in my original setup, but yeah, so that's kind of my 2 cents and a comparison between the 3 different lines, if you will, of the Longchamp Le Pliage. Again, I'm a huge fan of the Le Pliage range, but oh yes, and another thing is, of course, this doesn't have the button on the back, so it doesn't fold up, although I personally don't like folding Longchamps up, because I do find it has, when you do, as you'll see on my bag as well, makes these kind of marks on it, so I actually tend not to fold it up, and I find that it takes no space. Just laying it completely flat in my luggage is the same amount of space pretty much. So yeah, anyways, that's all I have to share with you today. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. But yeah, otherwise, I hope everyone is having a great day, and I will speak to you later.